With me is a very special guest today from Afghanistan. He's a young Afghan heir to the illustrious legacy of his father, Atta Muhammad Noor, who in the year 2016 took a gun to save the Indian consulate in Mazar E Sharif. He is 25. Khalid Noor is the youngest member of the Afghan negotiating team that will sit with the Taliban in near future to draw the peace plan for the country. Welcome to Beyond, Khalid. And my first question to you is, Afghanistan is an old nation. It's a civilization in itself, but with young population. How do you see more and more young people in the public policy like you and your vision for Afghanistan?
Thank you very much, Sidhant. Afghanistan have been in war for more than 4 decades. My people have been suffering for generations. However, we are proud of our resilience. One-fourth of my population and one-fourth of the country's population has been born during the war. And this has made us strong and committed in rebuilding Afghanistan. Uh, Post 9/11, a new society and a new generation has emerged. And a generation that is well equipped with the latest knowledge and technology. And indeed, as you said, there is more young people in senior positions, and there are more young people in decision-making process in this country. And for the first time in a long time, the country is moving from an old-oriented country to a young one in terms of jobs. My vision for my country is a peaceful, independent, and democratic Afghanistan, where there is human rights, where there is justice, where there is social justice, where there is freedom, where there is where we have the rights of minorities, women rights. These are the values that I envision for my country.
Mhm. Khalid, how do you see relationship between Afghanistan and India? We know that India has been a key partner in Afghanistan's development. So, what's your view about this relationship?
Uh, India is a very old friend of Afghanistan and a very good one. We have a common culture and a common history that goes back to thousands of years. And India's role in Afghanistan, especially in the last 19 years, have been very, very important for us. And they have played a good role, and they have contributed in rebuilding Afghanistan in the last 19 years. Especially, I can name a couple of places. For example, the House of Parliament, an iconic place in the capital city, and the Salma Dam, which is also a very infrastructure project, is just too simple and too small contribution of India to Afghanistan. And the most important part in this relationship that I see is the scholarships that our young people receives from India. We have more than 60,000 graduates in the last few years from India, most of whom who received scholarships. Education to a nation is the greatest gift that one can give. And India, as a strategic and good partner of Afghanistan, have helped us in many parts of developing and rebuilding Afghanistan. Even though we don't have borders, but our hearts are very close to each other.
Hmm. Uh, Khalid, you are the youngest member of the negotiating team. When you will sit with Taliban along with your team, what will be your focus and the red lines? Do you think the Taliban will be able to do what it did back then in 90s in 1996?
Uh, so that Afghanistan is very different. Afghanistan is much different. The Taliban, they were able to come back in '96. I think they're misunderstanding the reality of the ground. We have a regime, we have a strong government, we have a strong security forces and army, and we have a strong institutions in the country. And even if the Taliban try to come to Afghanistan by force, I think they will face the national army and the people of Afghanistan. And so this is that it will be unrealistic to say that the Taliban will be able to come to Afghanistan the way they did in 1996. Now, when I go and when my team goes to the negotiating table, we have a huge responsibility of conveying the message of our people, the message of the new Afghanistan, and defending the republic and the constitution of Afghanistan, especially the second chapter of constitution, which is very important for us, and that is that includes human rights, women rights, the rights of minorities, freedom of expression, freedom of media, all these values that we hold. These are the things that we will be taking with ourselves to the Taliban and on the table. And in this process, we are giving a chance to the Taliban to reintegrate into the society and to come back and join their other Afghan fellows and have a good and peaceful life in the country.
Mhm. So, Khalid, how do you see the Indian role in the Afghan peace process? Do you think that India should talk to Taliban?
Uh, India as a key actor in the region, and also as an important partner of Afghanistan, plays a very crucial role. I Let me just go back a little bit back. Uh, Afghanistan, a stable Afghanistan means a stable region. And keeping this in mind, any peace deal should ensure the safety of the region and our allies, and no one in the region, none of our neighbors should have any concerns regarding any peace deal that will be that we will achieve this negotiation. And about the India, as they have done in the past, they supported the Afghan people, they supported the government and the Republic of Afghanistan. We expect India to keep on supporting the people of Afghanistan, the Republic of Afghanistan, and to help us and also support an Afghan-led, Afghan-owned, and Afghan-controlled peace process.
Mm-hmm. Khalid, my last question to you. As a member of the team, how has been your experience? You have been to many cities and countries, Moscow, Doha, Pakistan. Who do you think that do not want a peaceful Afghanistan, a peaceful, prosperous, and stable Afghanistan? Where do you see your enemies and your experiences in these cities who have been playing an important and a crucial role in the entire peace process?
I have met the Taliban in several occasions, and also in the events that you have mentioned, Moscow, Doha, and I have attended quite a few conferences regarding peace in Afghanistan, one in Pakistan. I think my experiences have been very good. In the meeting face to face, the other sides helps us to know the narratives of the different narratives of this war. And it is also very important to build personal trust. If you're going to negotiation with the Taliban, building trust is one of the most important thing in this process, so that both sides can trust each other. And these dialogues have helped me and my other fellows to know the Taliban better. And also, my personal experience is that the Taliban, for example, in Doha, we went there and we showed the Taliban the new face of Afghanistan and the new Afghanistan. And they were surprised. And surprisingly, well, first of all, we told them, and these are the values we hold. And surprisingly, their response was that we know that Afghanistan has changed, and we respect that. But we have to see if they really meant that in negotiation.
Mhm. Well, thank you so much, Khalid, for speaking to Vion about your experiences, and of course, you being the next generation of Afghanistan, who will lead Afghanistan after a prolonged years of instability. Wishing you luck, and thanks for speaking to Vion.
Thank you very much, Sidhant. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.